I'm Teresa with Rizzo Custom Creations, and I'm going to show you how I make pine trees with my wet tile saw. So this was my first attempt at making the pine trees. I love them to look authentic, and I love the greenness. So I got some green porcelain and carved them like in this mosaic. Now, the problem with that is that green porcelain tends to chip. Green ceramic tile is even worse at chipping. So it's not as smooth, and these trees turned out to be a little more rough looking than I prefer, even though when you go up into the high country in Colorado or any mountains, this is more like what they're going to look like. So my second try, I got this green granite, which is very hard material, and so you have to cut it meticulously, but I love the color, and it doesn't chip like porcelain does. So I made these, and then I was not happy with how pointy they are. Although a friend of mine teases me because I do love the look of perfect shaped Christmas trees, but for this purpose, this is just too pointy for me. So then I evolved into using the green granite, but I worked out these shapes, which are more pleasing to me. They're not quite perfect Christmas tree, but they're close enough to be symmetrical and as nice as I like them to look. So this is a more sophisticated tree in my eyes, and this is what I will stay with in the future, is using the green granite and doing it like this. So now I'll show you how I draw them. These are the China pencils, the crayon pencils I called them, that I use to draw on all of my materials before I cut them up. The problem is I use them on here, and this is such a shiny polished surface that the water often washes them away, or I do when I rub them away when I'm working with it. So I got a Sharpie, and I outline it, and all the Sharpie will be carved away so it won't show, and even then you can get it off with rubbing it and some fingernail polish or something like that. These I did not make a template from. I never found a template on the computer that I liked, so I just freehand drew these. And so that's what I do with all my pine trees. Let's go outside and fire up the tile saw and have some fun. So I've showed you before, this is a diamond blade, and how they make this is they embed actual pieces of diamond in the cutting area, and it gets gummed up from time to time. So the way to clean it is to take a paver like this, and for 10 to 20 seconds even, just run it through there, and then for some reason that pulls out all the gumminess and you get new life out of your blade. So I'm going to take care of that right now. Put on glasses, your ears, and here we go.
Now that the blade's clean, I'm just going to quickly cut off the excess granite. With a series of quick little cuts, I'll carve out a rough tree shape. Starting to fine-tune it with a series of sweeping motions where I drag the granite along the blade. I use the scooping motion to carve out the area near the tree trunk. You want to be careful when working these pointy areas. It's easy to press too hard or to use the wrong angle and break off a tip. When pressing deep into a narrow spot like this, you have to go slowly and be extra careful, or the blade can grab the piece and rip it out of your hand or break off the top or the bottom tree bough. Again, I use a sweeping and scooping motion to get at the area near the tree trunk to give the tree a little bit more definition. So the magic marker is coming off with a good rub here. So there we go. They turned out pretty good. I'm happy with them. And now they're ready for whatever I want to put them in. In my latest works, I've started incorporating crystals in it because I love the beautiful colors and the naturalness, and I love the great energy that comes from them. So this is black tourmaline, and it's a very grounding stone that helps reduce stress. This is smoky quartz, and it's a powerful de-stressor as well in grounding and repelling negativity. This is kyanite, which promotes conversation, and I think that's always a great thing to have in a kitchen. This and up here is raw aquamarine, which is a stone of courage, and it also reduces stress and harmonizes your surroundings. Over here we have apatite. The green is apatite in a quartz matrix, and that, besides being beautiful, is good for balancing the environment. And my favorite, rose quartz. This nice big hunk of natural rose quartz just has a lot of loving vibes. So I've started putting these in all of my works, and I'm going to continue doing so. And next time we're going to take you along. There's a big show in Denver later on, and we're going to go and pick out some more crystals to use in future projects. See you then.